Alright, we are at the Family Dollar in Sheboygan. The line was still somewhat blocked. Ran the snake out again, 100 feet. We're going through the clean out in, this is the men's or the women's?
The women's bathroom.
This is the women's restroom. Going through the clean out here on the floor. There's still some water at the bottom of the line. Go ahead and flush the toilet. See how it came back up into the line, causing all kinds of aeration, chugging. Get my counter to work here. There we go. Alright, so we're down into the main line, right past the curve of the clean out. And that would probably be where the toilet comes in. Go ahead and flush that again. Might be the sink. See, the toilet is still further down. It's coming back towards the clean out and then slowly draining away. So that's a problem right there in of itself. Going the wrong way. So I'm going to turn the sink on here. That might be actually the floor drain right there. Go ahead and dump water down that floor drain. Yep, that's the floor drain. So go ahead and take that water to the other restroom. And after it's done flowing, I'm going to have you a little bit sitting here in the line past that floor drain. A little bit of refuse. Go ahead and flush this toilet one more time. I'll do it. It's right next to me. Go ahead and I'll let you know. You can leave the door open.
Okay.
So that wasn't it. That must be the sink. Tram now running. Yep, that's the sink line. So the first one was the floor drain. That one is the sink. See how long it takes for that water to dissipate here. Still quite a bit stuck here in the clean out beyond the floor drain. So we'll flush that floor drain out. And this would be the toilet. Yep. Comes down, comes back uphill. Must be a straight T, not a long sweeping 90 that causes it to hit there and then back up into the line and then flow back out again. Go ahead and dump more water down here. Probably just empty that whole bucket. getting rid of the sewage sludge from there. Quite a bit of sludge was built back up in there. So we're going to help push that along right to there. We're on the sink again. See how paper towel and stuff coming out of the floor drain was back flooding into the sink line right in this spot here. Just sitting here. So it appears to me that there is definitely a backward slope, a negative slope from this clean out, connecting from the floor drain and then connecting to the sink right here. And we get past where the toilet connects and then it levels off or starts hopefully going down positive slope. So that's the toilet. I'm going to flush it once again. Kind of comes back into here, back to the floor drain, back to the sink, and then slowly starts draining back out. But now if there's toilet paper on the end of that, that is going to go ahead and bunch up some toilet paper, throw it in the toilet, and we'll flush that. It's going to come back this way towards the camera, towards the clean out, and then be stuck in the line there. Use as much as you would think somebody would that would be wiping their butt or wiping themselves. Flush away. So it comes backwards. I didn't see the toilet paper come back. So assuming that it's cleared, we'll do that experiment again. Or we'll flush it one time without it, see if toilet paper is getting hung up there where that toilet flange and elbow meet the main line. Go ahead. Alright, go ahead and put toilet paper in there. Whenever you're ready. Okay, it looks like the toilet paper passed down on that one, but then it's flowing back towards me before it subsides again. So we had a backflow after the initial plunge. And it's not draining down as fast as it should. That means we got a blockage again, a little bit further down from that toilet paper. There it is. Alright, so the toilet paper is hanging up in the line right here. Pour some water in the floor drain. Actually, go ahead and flush that toilet first. In the other restroom, yeah. We'll see if that joins the line first. You can run the sink too. Alright. Yep, okay, so that line coming from the left there is the toilet. So first, hold on 1 second. So we're coming to an elbow. We're still under the water, so it's kind of throwing you off a little bit. You're thinking, excuse me, that the ripple we see on the top of this camera lens is the bottom. It's not. That is the top. So the line right now is actually full of clear water. So if we were to get above that, go ahead and pour some down that floor drain. This will probably be the floor drain. Yeah, we can see the motion from the stuff coming in, so that's the floor drain. I'm going to go past that to the toilet paper at 15 feet, which is where everyone's reporting we're having issues. So 15 feet, come to another bend here. I'm just going to use the camera head to help push it. And it drained. Check that clean out there to see if it drops down out of that clean out, which it probably just did.
Yeah, I just heard it running.
So, right here, run the sink.
Okay.
Actually, go ahead and, yeah, run the sink. That's probably what that is. Lovely stuff. Backing up into the sink line. You got the sink running? Yeah, keep running it. So that's the sink line right there. See, it's pushing all that stuff right out of the sink line. That was just getting caught up in there from the back up. Oh, that is a lot of waste. Go ahead and dump water down that floor drain again. So we come to the floor drain first, then the sink, then the toilet. Run cold water. I'm going to use the camera head to push past, if it'll let me, that gelatinous blob that came out. Let it drain down. Run the sink again. All right, stop. So the sink's running. And that's where it drops down into the main by the clean out. Go ahead and flush the toilet. Huh. That's flowing from back here. Go ahead and flush it one more time when it's ready. All right, go ahead. So that other toilet flushing makes everything back up this way as well. So when it's done recharging, go ahead and flush it again. You can shut the sink off too.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so both toilets are before the 45. Run the mop sink.
Okay.
And then pour some more pour some more water down the floor drain in the other room. Unless there's another floor drain out there somewhere. Because we're past the.
That's the box thing. Alright, I'll pour water in the toilet right now.
Hold up. Now you can keep running the mop sink. I'm just saying don't pour it yet. Keep running the mop sink. Just trying to determine where in the line the mop sink joins up. That was the toilet. And the other one. And at 45s. That's gotta be the, okay, go ahead and pour it down the floor drain. Okay, that's the floor drain. Full of lovely stuff. Flowing back. Do it again in the floor drain. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that came out of there.
Keep going.
Yeah. We can pressure bladder everything out too. We gotta pop these off. Go and flush the other toilet right away. Flush that toilet. Once again, we're under the water past the 45. That's where the floor drain comes in. That, I still don't know. Was the mop sink running the whole time?
Yeah. So I was filling the bucket intermittently.
Yeah, I was just, okay, that's the mop sink right there. So the mop sink is at 18 feet in the line, and then it joins in right before it drops down.
Want to flash a light down there? That's what we're dropping.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Is the camera down the line?
Yeah, it is. I can see it.
Okay. I'm just trying to determine where this goes. So that's where it drops. You can see it now, right in the line?
Yep.
Take a picture of it. You got it?
Yep, got it.
Alright, so from there, that's 21 feet. From there, we go through a series of connecting points here. Go ahead and what is that? This is probably where we're getting most of the culprits here. It looks like it drops. Go ahead and run the mopstick again.
Okay.
Mop sink is flowing here at 18 feet. Still coming back towards the camera a little bit. So then from the mop sink where it enters into the line, 45's down just ever so slightly. And then 45's again. And then meets up right here. Before it drops into the main, drops down. So there's a couple transitions here. Go ahead and turn it off. That is not a smooth transition right there at 20 feet. So this is where all our problems are starting here. Alright, let's put some toilet paper back in the line again. We'll start with this toilet, and then I'll actually start with the other toilet.
Okay.
And we'll see where it gets hung up again. Just backing it beyond the 45. So that's the other toilet. All right. Let's see. We're past the 45. Right there, past the 45. Looks like the toilet paper is hung up right there. Sitting in the line. Right past that 45-degree bend. Would not have considered that a spot where it would hang up. So
Could be an angle. line, do you get that point?
It's just sitting in the line, not flowing out. Now I'm gonna flush this toilet. See if we can flush it past. Nope, the line filled up. It did help. The volume did help it go down. Pushed the toilet paper down. But I'm seeing all these entry points of these lines where if it's filling up like that, stuff is backfilling into the line. And then plugging the sink line, plugging the floor drain lines. And getting hung up in those spots. That's the mop sink again. So you saw how much came out of those lateral lines as we were dumping water down them and running the sinks. So right past the 45 is where it was hung up. The only thing past here that it could have got hung up on was, that's the floor drain. That's the sink. That's the mop sink. Doing that 45 down, 45 back. And then down into the main line with the water dripping on the camera head so it looks all underwater. Let's try that experiment again. Go ahead and put, I'm going to back it up. We're going to put toilet paper in both toilets. And then we're going to observe what happens to the toilet paper as it tries to be flushed down simultaneously. My video stopped while we were doing the toilet paper experiment, so without reviewing the previous footage, I don't know if it caught everything on camera, but we flushed both toilets at the same time, and we're going to do the same thing again. And the toilet paper gets stuck right past the 45, and then it gets stuck again right by the mop sink. So I use my camera head to kind of push it further down the line, but it's just toilet paper. Nothing else, no human waste, no tampons, just straight toilet paper in both toilets. So we're going to flush them both again on the count of 3, and you can observe what happens again. Just let me know when you're ready. One, 2, 3, flush. That's the 45. Well, both those went down that time. Past the mop sink. Past the 45. Past the other 45 before it drops into the main. So that time it passed. So that time it did not clog like it did previously. So we'll run that experiment a couple more times and we will see how many times it plugs. See, there's a little toilet paper on the lens there that came back into the line that the camera now has hooked. That should not be on the head of my toilet paper. That line was clear. We're almost back to the clean out. That all came from the last bit that came back upstream into the clean out. So that chunk right there is from the last flush. So it did not go down, it just went back upstream. So that's the 45, which it gets tight there. The camera doesn't want to go around the end, so that's the chunk that was in the line. Camera's pushing past it. And it looks like it pushed it into the floor drain side. So I'm pushing that chunk past. I'm going to back this back up. And we'll flush them at the same time again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, flush. Yeah, that clogged the line. We are completely clogged again. By the mop sink, getting around that first bend. Still backing up there. See how the toilet paper just went into that side inlet? And it's kind of just hung up there instead of going down. It's blocked right there by that floor drain. Right past the 45. So I would say that where that floor drain meets up, for whatever reason, that's causing the problems. One of the problems. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to see if just flushing the toilet straight up will move that clog out of the way. Go ahead and flush your other toilet. Okay, it did grab it. Second toilet flushed. The volume of the water did push it down. Alright, so both those empty flushes caused the toilet paper that was stuck to empty out and empty down. So, recommendation would be to routinely flush the toilets multiple times and have it part of a maintenance schedule to flush out the floor drains. Probably daily. If the toilets are flushed after they're used, then things will clear out. But definitely have to flush the things out. Alright, we are back at it again. That is where it 45, 90s back towards the clean out, but there's water actively flowing, so we got another smaller camera in the line, right there, shining back this way. We got a still photo of that. But we have active water coming at this junction. It's a Y. So I'm going to take my camera and try and get it to go back upstream from there, from the main cleanup before it drops out into the city main, and see what we can see where that water is actually coming from. This is not a trouble area that is causing things to block, but you can see the scrapes and the cuts on the screen where snakes have been gouging it. All right, we are back in through the clean out facing uphill. Finding out where the source of water is coming from in the line. It is running constantly. I don't know if I'll get above that though. This line is running straight up towards the front of the store, parallel with the bathrooms. Inlet there. We are hitting a dead end there at 50 feet. Looks like it curves up. It is severely blocked. But there is active water coming. So you can kind of see it better from that angle. There's cast iron section of the line that has water flowing from it. Quite a bit of waste and debris here that's seeping through it, that my camera head does not want to climb up over the top of. So that must be coming from a local, another line that is running
There's a former Little Caesars next door.
from the store next door that is just emptying in here to the main. So this might be their lateral line, but it's got an active slight blockage in it, but there is definitely water flowing, just live amounts of water flowing. So that's at 50 feet. I was hoping I could get farther up the line to see what it was. There's an inlet there. But if they ever had a main line block with that amount of water flowing, it would flood this store.
The store next door is empty, so I wonder if they have
They got something running.
running to make sure the pipes don't freeze.
Yep. That's probably what it is. We'll find out.